Hi everyone. So you may have seen over the last few months that I've been getting really into 500 series outboard gear, and today I'm checking out this cool new parallel EQ from Herk. Let's see what that means and if that actually makes any difference. So these were sent to me by Herk, so I've not been paid to make this video, but do with that information as you will. These are 6-band EQs that he calls it the parallel EQ. Apparently it's something to do with the circuit. He was telling me yesterday about how it doesn't need a whole ton of capacitors to change the frequencies, and I just kind of smiled and nodded, and a lot of it just kind of washed over me because it's seriously kind of next level stuff. And it's something that circuit designers care about that makes my brain hurt. At the back here, I've got my classic BBC 9-band EQs. They are super rare. I've never seen another one, but I know that I really like multi-band EQs. The fixed style of one does this frequency, one does that frequency. It means that when you come back to it, I think it's a bit easier to deal with in terms of being creative, because you can just go more of this, less of this, more of this, less of this. Yes, 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 yes. These have 6 bands, and each one has a button that can change it from one frequency range to the next. So there are 2 options per band. And so going from the top to bottom, which is a bit weird, but okay, we've got 80 Hertz or 160, 120 Hertz or 330, 660 Hertz or 1.2K, 2.6K and 4K, 6K and 10K, and finally 16K or 12K, which is the other way round, but I guess. And so I'm going to see today, by playing a track from JHS, which is part of the YouTube audio library, through it, I'm going to run these and see just how much these change the sound. I mean, you don't have to use outboard gear, you can use plugins if you wish, but if you're a hardware guy like I'm kind of becoming, then it's good to have some good workhorse EQs. And let's see, because the bands on these are fixed, everything is fixed. Is that an approach that makes your life easier, and rather than being super specific? Let's find out, let's run the track. So each one of those bands was relatively pleasant actually. Even when I was pushing the 600 hertz kind of range, that was probably the most obvious frequency. Let's see if I can dial these in to make this track a little more pleasant. As you can see, I'm struggling a little with kind of leaning over so the camera can see what I'm doing. That's just an awkwardness of this setup. That's not a fault of the EQ. There's definitely enough hand space in between the knobs, which is a problem on some 500 series where you're really trying to cram everything into a tiny space. So let's see how that sounds. Just dialing it in. So yeah, a really good workhorse set of EQ sweeps there. That's about all I have to say about there, as someone famously said. And so if you're interested in them, I think they're available now from the Herk website. Link is down in the description below. It's the kind of thing where I'm probably going to use these in conjunction with some kind of compressor to make that an all-in-one stereo chain for something like guitars. I already had the 3-band EQ from Herk, which I was using on guitars with the sweepable mids, but more control, especially for a more overall general EQ, will definitely be useful in future, especially when I'm doing kind of prints of tracks live. Who knows, down the road I might do more analog mixing in here, and if I do, I'm going to need stuff like this that is far more specific per band than your usual 3 or 4 band desk EQ. Yes, like I said, I've got my 9 bands back there. They're 4 dB each way, and I only have 2 of them, and you cannot buy more. And what else? I don't have any other EQs in the rack, so these will come in handy, I'm sure. So yeah, there you go. Check them out in the link below, and thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Bart Herk for supplying these EQs for demo. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.